Hello everybody, we're going to be doing some chemistry experiments, some reactions today, some chemical reactions, and we'll then sort them by type of reaction. So first one, we have here some copper 2 sulfate solution, 0.1 molar, and we haven't talked about what molarity is yet much, but 0.1 molar means 0.1 moles in a liter. And we need 1 to 2 milliliters, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 2 squirts would give me somewhere in the 1 to 2 milliliter range. And then we're going to put in a nail, and the nail is an uncoated, very plain nail, and that's going to be iron, and we're going to set that aside for 10 to 15 minutes and we'll see what happens. Alright, but our initial appearance is that it's got the nail is a silver color because iron is silver colored, and the liquid is blue because copper ions are blue in solution. Alright, next we've got silver nitrate here, 0.1 molar silver nitrate, and we'll give 2 squirts of that for 1 to 2 milliliters. And then in this we will put a copper wire. And copper wire, similar to a nail, we've got this cylinder, but in this case this is copper colored, obviously, because it's a copper wire. And we'll see what that looks like in 10 to 15 minutes. Alright, the next one is a magnesium ribbon. And for this reaction, we would normally light it in a Bunsen burner. I don't have a Bunsen burner at my house, but I do have this camp stove set up over here. And I think that will get hot enough to light the magnesium wire. So let's see what happens here. Aha! So you can see the flame is very bright white flame. That's our magnesium wire reaction. And it's reacting with the oxygen in the air. Oxygen in the air are O2 molecules. Okay, next one. Here I've got some copper 2 sulfate that I'm going to put into a test tube. Copper 2 sulfate, this is a powder. For this I need a spatula. Okay, I've got my scoop here, and I'm going to put just a small amount of crystals into the test tube. So you can see that the crystals start out this pretty blue color, and then we're going to heat them in the flame, and we'll see what happens. So I can see that the crystals on the perimeter of the sample are turning white. So losing their blue color. I'm going to keep heating. See if we can maybe make all the blue color go away. So you can see that it's white now instead of blue, and then it's even turning kind of a tan color. And then we'll add 5 drops of water and see what happens. And the water boils right away, but then you can see that the blue color comes back. Alright, So that's interesting. Okay, let's do the next reaction. We're going to have some hydrochloric acid. So this is 6 molar. It's very concentrated. 6 moles of hydrochloric acid in a liter. And then here I have a long test tube, and I need 2 milliliters of this. That should be more than enough. And then we're going to put in a few pieces of zinc and see what happens. So here I have zinc solid, and I'll take some out with my little spatula here. If I can get a piece. Well, I think it's just zinc, so I'm going to pour it out on my hand. Alright, let's put that in there. And you can see that it starts bubbling right away. So the zinc metal on the surface of the metal, bubbles are forming. Wonder what kind of gas is forming there. So I'm going to light this splint, little piece of wood, and we'll put that in there. Oh, did you hear that? Let me try it again. Put that in there. Oh, first time worked. Try one more time. Yeah, it's kind of a pop that happens with the splint. Alright, next I'm going to put a milliliter of barium chloride into this next test tube. 0.1 molar barium chloride. And then I will add a milliliter of sodium sulfate. So the sodium sulfate I have in a little squirt bottle. And you can see that it turns white. So 2 colorless liquids combine to make a liquid that is white. And then I need one more test tube. And for this one, we'll use the sodium hydroxide, 0.1 molar. So this is a strong base, but it's not very concentrated. And we'll put about a milliliter of that in there. And then we need a milliliter of copper sulfate, which is the blue liquid from before. And we'll see what happens when I add that. And you can see the whole thing turns cloudy and the blue color remains. Alright, and now we can go back and look at our initial 2 reactions. So